Morning everyone. So today I'm going to go ahead and pot up some banana trees. This is a Musa ice cream banana tree. I purchased 6 of them from a Florida Hill nursery. I bought them online. They were $6.99 a piece, and then free shipping when you order certain quantities, which was awesome. I spent less than 50 bucks. And I've been looking for banana trees for about a month now, maybe a little bit longer. Checked out Craigslist. There were some guys selling pups. That's what they're called, pups, small baby banana trees. He was selling them for 10 bucks a pop, 1 gallon pots. If you wanted a 15 gallon, oh no, the 2 gallon, it was like 15 bucks, 3 gallon, 20 bucks. So you can see quite a bit. Checked out a couple nurseries in the area that actually carried them, and they wanted $20 a pop, a pup. So I have to thank, was it Have to Fish? He has a YouTube channel. He does mostly cooking, but now this year he's getting into gardening. So that's awesome. I commend you on that. It goes hand in hand. I say, you know, if you're a cook, you're a chef, you have to have at least a herb garden, because you'll use a lot of that in your cooking. So he suggested, you know, checking out Florida Hill Nursery. That's where he purchased his as well, and sure enough, great price, great products, great selection. And once again, it's Have to Fish 8780 if you want to check out his channel. So this is how they came. This is a triangular box like so. They came yesterday, but I was busy doing other stuff, so I wasn't able to unpackage them. There's 6 in here in total. So if I were to purchase them from a nursery, it would cost me 120 bucks. And through this online store, I spent less than half of that. Like I said, only 50 bucks. So alright, so I'm not going to put them in the ground right away. I want to acclimate them to my, my climate, my area. And yes, I'm in a different spot in my house. This is it's the second patio. I have 3 patios. So 1, 2, then the one in the front. That's where I used to do a lot of my videos and have my plants. But just doing some remodeling and rearranging stuff. So also put new cushions on my chairs. Someone noticed that these are pretty ratty in one of my videos and pointed it out. I'm like, thank you, yes, I'm fully aware of it. So just bought some material, staple gunned it to the bottom. There's a piece of wood there, and then another piece of wood right there, and this one just locks it into place. Anyway, I'm totally digressing. That's not what we're here for. Banana trees, that's what we're here for. And where they're gonna go, they're gonna go along that back wall right there. When the sun is out right now, it's just kind of foggy, hazy, but they're gonna go right along that wall, and these are just supposed to grow up towards, it's about 20 feet, and they say they have about 16-foot leaves. They take approximately 13 months to become fully mature. So in 13 months from now, it'll be spring again, and then I'll have an abundance of amounts of bananas. Hopefully I get bananas this year, I don't know. So I've never grown bananas before, and my climate is very mild. So so right here what I have are 6 little 1.5 pint pots. Here this is a compost and potting soil. And what I'm also going to add to it is the trifecta that I purchased from My Gardener. There's a little logo. The instructions I received from the nursery says they love high nitrogen. So I'm going to give it this for the nitrogen and also for the potash. I'm not really thinking about phosphorus right now. And I'm also going to add some blood meal. This is also high in nitrogen, so this is 1200, and this is 101312. So this will boost the nitrogen up a little bit higher. And the trifecta, I'm using this just because I want the potash for root development. And alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these taken out. Gotta get a knife and figure out how to get them out. But they're pretty healthy, you know. They're not limp, they're nice and solid. I like these. They did a good job in packaging it and taking care of it. And express mail is here within 2 days from the date that they put the shipment in. So, alright, I'll be right back. I'll show you how I'm gonna do this. So, alright. Alright, so I went ahead and unraveled them. Another thing I'm going to go ahead and show you guys is what I do with heavy feeders. When anything says it's going to be a heavy feeder, and it's going to be something that's going to have really deep roots. I'm pretty sure these roots are going to go fairly deep. I like to give it make a PVC pipe feeder. Okay, take a piece of PVC. See, this is empty. There you go. I take a wine cork the bottom. I'll probably trim this just a little bit, probably in half. Turkey baster. Okay, this is basically a funnel. Okay, you take whatever nutrients you want to put inside this pipe, and with the cork in there, you can compact it down really tight, get it really compact. So each time you water, and every time it's watered, a little bit of nutrient is going to constantly feed down to that root ball. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to try a couple different products. I'm going to try the trifecta. I'm going to put one pipe trifecta, one pipe a combination of blood meal and trifecta. I'm going to pick up some other things. I'm also going to use my tomato feed because I love that stuff. It's pretty, you know, basic. It's good feed. Since I have 6 of these, I'm going to try 6 different feeds and see which one does it the best. And each year, as they put out more pups, I can cut them off, pot them up, and next year or following year, I can see which feed does the best and strictly go with that one. Alright, so I got them opened up. Looks like someone just grabbed it and rolled it in their hand. Looks like a little meatball, and it has some roots on there. It has some good roots. They look healthy. The soil is kind of moist. Surprisingly, it's not dried out. That's probably why they're, you know, holding up so well. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these potted. I'm going to add my blood meal. So let's go ahead and add this. Once again, this is for the nitrogen. So about a handful. That and trifecta. Man, this stuff smells rich. You know, I've used it a couple times. I used it on my corn out front. I'll show you guys that. And about another handful. It smells just like my tomato feed, to be honest. Smell the microbes. One thing I don't really care for in any kind of feed is slow release nitrogen. This is a slow release nitrogen, or could be something else that's slow release. I don't like these. So I'm slightly disappointed with that, but it'll be alright. And the reason why I don't prefer it is because I tend my plants regularly, so I don't need a slow released product to help me out, because maybe I'm lazy and I don't get around to doing my gardening. But since I feed regularly, I like to know that, you know, I'm feeding, it's getting used. I feed, it's getting used. I'm not feeding on top of feed that is slow release. That way you end up overfeeding your plants. So, let's see, how deep do I want to go? You know, I'm not going to go above this ridge right here, or the top of this. I'm just going to go right even with it. Like so. ice cream banana potted, and they call them ice cream bananas just because they say they actually taste just like ice cream, which is cool. I love bananas, but I don't really care for the ones in the store. Plus, this is going to help create a barrier, kind of block out the wall so you don't see it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish these up, and I'll show you guys how I'm going to do my pipe feeder. Okay, be right back. Look at the roots on this one. It's very healthy. It's good. And keep the soil. One of the tricks to introducing new plants to your home is by keeping the same soil that it came in. Alright, so I got them all potted up. So there's 6 here total. There's actually 8 total. Some of them are doubles. So this is 2 plants. So that's a 2 for 1, and another 2 for 1. And I didn't separate them because I didn't want to damage the roots. I have seen bananas that are doubled up that grow right next to each other without any problems, so I'm not going to separate them. And you plant these 4 feet apart, so that's going to cover that entire section right there. Yep. Oh, and yeah, I broke my table. There's a crack running all the way along the table. When I was putting up my pampers, my chain lock, this thing right here, as I was putting it up here, fell off and just clipped just the tip right there, and it broke it, sent a crack all the way through. Talking about cracks, I just cracked one of my teeth last night, so I'm off to the dentist later on today to get that fixed. Yay. I love dentists. They love me too. So take good care of my teeth. Pipe. Alright, so this is just a pipe cutter here. Like I said, only I want to do half the distance. And this, I'm going to go ahead and dig a hole. I'm not going to pound this into the ground. What that's going to do is just cause dirt to back up the line, and it's going to get so compacted that your feed is not going to release into the soil. Another thing I do is right before I dig a hole to the depth that I want this to go into, and before I put it in there, I'll actually drill some holes, about 4 holes around the side. Allow more release of nutrients. Not the greatest pipe cutter though. Come on, mofo. Alright, that's that. Now, turkey baster. Hope my girlfriend doesn't see this. I also need to open this hole up a little bit more. I go through a lot of turkey basters. Why? Because I stick them in hot oil to marinate chicken that I bake, and all the fat always ends up melting the tip a little bit, so this tip was already ruined. Well, they're cheap. Alright, so I'm going to go with the trifecta. I'm going to go pure trifecta with this, and I'm okay with the slow release nitrogen for the bananas in this system, since they are heavy feeders in nitrogen. They'll appreciate it. Oh, come on. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. That damn slow release of nitrogen. Alright, we gotta make the hole bigger. Bigger. That wasn't a clean cut, huh? Alright, so it's about that big now. Waiting for the slow release nitrogen to get through. Other granules are in here. Granulars. Try not to waste this. Let's see where we at. Alright, we're actually full now. Alright, so the pipe is full. And what you do is just take your finger, just compact it down. Okay. And since I'm not planting now, but I am going to make another pipe and use my tomato feed, I'm just going to take a piece of tape and just close this off. Keep a cork in there. That's why I put the cork in the bottom, because this is where this part's going to go into the ground. And compacting it, what that's going to do is when you take this cork off, everything's not going to just pour out. Okay. You can also, and this is going to be taped, turn this around, take this cork out, just get it moist, you know, just add a little bit of water just so it's sticky, kind of binds a little bit before you put it in the ground as well. So there you have it. This is also great for citrus. Citrus trees love a regular feeding, and I've done this on trees that were, you know, basically close to dead, and for clients of mine, for customers, and it brought their Meyer lemon back to life, and it's doing well now. And once a year, well, I change it about once a year, and when I take it out at the end of the year, about half of it is gone, but there's still some left. But I end up reusing it. I just pack it down to the bottom and refill with some fresh feed. Alright, so that's my bananas, my Musa ice cream sandwich. Yeah. So I'm letting them sit in these pots for about a week to 2 weeks. I just want to give it time to, you know, adjust, because it has been in, say, well, it's been in Florida. It's way different than Southern California. Hey, there's a lot less humidity here. Secondly, it's been in a greenhouse. Okay, it's not a greenhouse here, and it's going to be outdoors. So basically, kind of like hardening it off, so to speak. So they're going to be placed over here with the tomatoes. This section right here gets about the same amount of sun as the other side, about 2-3 hours a day, if the sun comes out. Alright, so wish me luck. I hope these do well. I love eating bananas. I love banana bread. Oh, I love a good banana bread, as much as I love a good carrot cake. I gotta eat something to eat. I'm hungry. Alright, just a quick addition. You also want to label it, okay? For those that might go out right today and get this done, and do this for their plants. So this is the Job's tomato feed. I also put the NPKs on there, so this is a 274. It's a very low nitrogen, so I probably won't do a pure Job's tomato feed steak, since the bananas are high feeders in nitrogen. So I went ahead and added blood meal, which is 1200. So that'll give me 1474. So 12 plus 2, 1474. Ideally, I would like to see a little bit of a higher potash, but I can go, when I do my watering, I can always add a little bit of seaweed concentrate, which is a 5 potash. So it'll give me a 2749. It's pretty ideal. A little more balance to it. Alright, and for mixing the two, the tomato feed and the blood meal, did about, that's left over, but I did a 1/4 cup and a 1/4 cup of each. Once again, kitchen stuff out in the garden, and this is not going to go to waste, and neither the stuff that I'm spilling all over the place. I'm just going to toss it right in the soil. There's something I can always feed around here. Guarantee it. Alright, I have a couple more to go. I'm also going to run off to the nursery and get a different variety of feed. Okay, maybe they have a banana feed. Maybe not. Peace.